Welcome back to
to
another
another,
and we're on our 24th
24th
episode.
But
Today
today
I've
I've
got
got
some
some
special
special
guests
guests
with
with
us,
us,
Rachel
Rachel
and
and
Darren
Darren
from
from
As
As
We
We
Adventure
Adventure
Oz.
Oz.
Hey, Anna.
Welcome, guys.
Hi,
How are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, where's your
Where's your
accent
accent
from?
from?
We're originally from Guernsey in the Channel Islands.
Oh,
So both born there, and we moved to Perth, Australia nearly 20 years ago now. It'll be 20 years in April.
good
Wow.
move.
Move?
I'm going fast. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
nice
yeah.
one.
nice one.
No regrets.
Mm.
So I'll
So I'll
just get you to
introduce
yourself and
and
let us
let
know
us know
what your
what your
story is,
story, where you
where you
called
from
from
today,
today,
and
and
also
also
what sparked
spark the
interest
interest in
doing
doing
that.
that.
Coming from a tiny little island, so Guernsey is 9 miles by 5 miles. Before we came to Australia, we were both in our early 30s. We had never really been into the camping scene because there wasn't really many places that you could go living on a small island. So when we came to Australia, you know, we met friends and things, and we got ourselves a tent.
Yeah, we
And
did.
we started doing some camping trips. So we sort of did just the WA, you know. In fact, before this trip, we left for our trip in November last year. I've been in Australia nearly 20 years and we haven't been outside of WA yet. We've done lots of WA up to Broome, and actually we hadn't really done the south of Perth down. When we set off on this trip, we decided to spend the first 3 months doing the southwest of WA.
Yeah, we've always ended up going north because we've always taken our holidays sort of winter time. So you head north to follow the sun.
Yep.
Good weather.
So I think it was we've had our caravan for over 7 years now. And before our caravan, for 2 years before that, we had a camper trailer.
Yeah.
So we did quite a few trips in that camper trailer. And then we planned a month off, and we were planning doing a trip up to Broome. And once I set the itinerary for a month and worked out that we had 17 stops. And I said to Darren, I'm getting too old to be putting that camper trailer up and down 17 times in a month. So we were like, it's time for a caravan.
Yeah, it was a big trip over a lot of kilometres. Yeah, we weren't putting that up and down every time.
No.
Yeah,
Good move.
Yeah, so ended up buying the caravan, and Darren had actually recently just bought his Ranger when we got the camper trailer, isn't it?
We bought my Ford Ranger in 2015.
Yep.
Caravan's 2017.
Yep. And we thought, caravan, we're going to get a good 20 odd years out of this. And we thought by the time, obviously we paid everything, we own it all now. And we thought when we retire, we're going to do a lap of Australia. But obviously life sometimes throws us some curveballs.
Yeah, it does.
it does.
It does, yeah, definitely. And, both of us have experienced loss over the years. Darren actually lost his mum when he was 22. She died from battling breast cancer for 8 years.
Yep.
I lost my dad 6 years ago. And 2.5 years ago, we lost our daughter in a motorbike accident.
Oh, goodness.
So it's been a pretty horrific time. She wasn't the rider of the bike, she was the passenger. And there's quite a story behind what happened, which is bad enough losing her, but everything that we went through following on from that. The guy was actually speeding and lost control. They think that he was doing at least twice the speed limit. They clocked him at 147 kilometers an hour and lost control. And he survived, and he left her and went on the run. So as you can imagine, there was a lot of stuff that spiraled on from that. There was court cases. We've got 3 beautiful grandchildren.
Yeah.
The 2 oldest ones are with their dad, which is my daughter's ex-husband. He's, we all get on great. We've got a great relationship, which is, brilliant. And those 3 kids are our world. But the baby was left with a non-appropriate parent. So we went through caught things for him as well. So the reason that I'm saying all this is we went through a pretty horrific time, as well as dealing with losing her, everything else that we were dealing with as well. And both of us, I think, suffered because of that, and we struggled because of all of that. And as things were kind of, you know, getting sorted, he's now in prison. He got sentenced. The legal guardianship of the baby, that's all been sorted now and everything too. And that's why not last August, it was the August before, wasn't it?
Yep.
So August 2023 was when we decided that we were going to do the lab. We need to do this. We need to do this for us, because of everything that's been going on. We set ourselves a year. Obviously, there were still things happening and things going on, but you know, we were working on getting our caravan, made a few upgrades on the caravan, did some upgrades on the car. We actually used to have motorbikes, and my daughter had a motorbike as well. At one stage, I think we had about 7 motorbikes in our garage because the 2 older kids had little motocross bikes and everything as well. But after losing her, we actually sold everything. We sold everything, all our bike jackets, helmets, everything just went, and we put all of that money into what we're doing now. Yeah, we sort of set ourselves like a good deadline, you know, with plenty of time to tie up all the loose ends with everything that was going on, because it was such a busy time. After we lost our daughter, like Rachel was just saying, the things that were going on were just taking up so much of our time. We were having no time to ourselves at all, were we? No, it was kids and, you know, no time to deal with what we were going through and process our grief and everything around. That was the big factor for us doing this travel that we're doing.
It must be an enjoyable time for you. Right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it just definitely gives us time to appreciate the world that we live in. I know that sounds like really cliche, but there are so many people that don't have the privilege of getting older. And this is why we said we don't want to wait until we are retired. Some people don't even make that. So that's why we said we need to do everything that we possibly can. This is something that we really wanted to do. And we just made it happen. And I mean, grief is an ongoing thing. And I'm sure, you know, anybody who's lost anybody close, parents, children, you never get over it. You learn to live with it. So this is what we're doing, is we're learning to live with it.
Yeah, and it's, you know...
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Travelling Australia and life on the road is something that we're extremely grateful to be able to do.
Definitely.
But for people out there that are thinking along those lines, we live in a beautiful country. Australia has got so much to offer and so many versatile landscapes and different things, you know. If you can, get out and do it. Life's travel. See some of the place you live in. You have to make these things happen as well. Anybody that has done this trip, no matter what their background is, anybody that has made that decision one day and said, you know what, we're going to go around Australia, or we're going to travel for a few years, or do whatever they want to do, you make it happen. You don't think, oh, well, I've got to wait a couple of years because I need to do this and need to do that. It'll never happen. It's like when you want to have a baby for that right time to have a baby, and that right time never comes. Doing something like this, you have to say, right, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is the time frame we're going to give ourselves, and we're just going to make it happen. Pretty much what we did. We lived on one wage for the year, well, just over a year, because we actually didn't leave till the following November, so we ran over by a couple of months. Basically living on one wage, saving as much as we possibly can. Like I say, we sold all our motorbikes, all the gear and everything to inject money into the setup and whatever. You just have to do whatever it is that you have to do to make it happen.
And I think that point comes when you say enough, no more. We're definitely doing this. And you just make it.
So what is your
setup?
What are you travelling in?
Okay, so we travel in a 2014 Ford Ranger, like a dual cab ute, a canopy set up on the back that has our kitchen on one side and our running tools, etc. on the other side. And our caravan is a full off-road Coromal 2017. So nothing new. The caravan is 17'6". It's just the two of us. It's like a perfect sort of size for what we're doing, you know. Nothing. And gets us everywhere we need to go.
with the solar. So we doubled the solar that it came with, and we pretty much doubled the water. So we had 2 65-litre water tanks when we bought it.
Yep.
And for this trip, we put in 2 95-litre tanks. So we've made like a few tweaks here and there on the car and the caravan just to make things, you know, easier for us.
We changed batteries to lithium, so we've got a little bit more battery power, a little bit more solar on the roof, like Rachel said. Yeah, and it all sort of works for us, eh?
Yep.
We haven't really run low on power or anything like that, so
9 months in, it's working. So we did all right.
That's the main thing.
no, we done some pretty rough roads too. So
That trip to the
Yes, that's by far the worst. Getting up there wasn't too bad. It was coming off the Jardine Ferry, that first section. The Jardine Ferry to Bramwell was probably the worst road we've done, and that's saying something.
yeah, and we actually said on the way up to the Cape it wasn't that bad. The road conditions were good. Well,
It was
they
corrugated,
weren't good,
but we just drove to condition.
But on the way back, it must just be the other side of the road. For whatever reason, there was like a 2-hour or 3-hour period in there that was horrendous. I opened the door of the caravan, I closed it again and said, Rach, you don't really want to look in there. Come in.
Yeah, I think that section of road for us was bad.
Oh, did you do it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when people do it multiple times, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I don't know how people do that time after time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just hard on the setup, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And I know you're travelling with Archie.
How do you
go
with
with
travelling
travelling with the dog?
Mostly fine, because we actually plan our routes based on him. So in 9 months of travel, we've only used a dog sitter once. Well, it was twice, but it was the same lady twice, and that was in Kalbarri.
Oh, yeah.
At that time, our grandkids were living in Kalbarri. They're not anymore, but they were living there. So when we set off, we actually spent 2 weeks in Kalbarri, and we did sort of, you know, the national parks, and we went into Geraldton, took the kids with us and stuff. So we got a dog sitter from him, and that's the only time that we've ever had a dog sitter, eh?
I don't feel that Archie's really held us back.
No.
Sure, we can't go into national parks, but because we plan around that, there's plenty of things that we've seen that you wouldn't see if you were just doing the normal tourist routes, or you get to a place, oh, we got to go into this national park, there's this beautiful waterfall, etc., etc. You're in there with the crowds of people. We'll go and see waterfalls or other points of interest outside of the national parks, which are way quieter.
Yeah.
And I don't
feel...
there's
less people, the places that we go, for sure.
I mean, obviously we can't see the places that people are going in the national park, so it's a hard comparison, but I don't feel that Archie's really held us back. No.
And we have left him in the caravan a number of times. If we know we're not going to be more than sort of 2 or 3 hours, and we know that he's safe, we know that we have to be somewhere where we can have the aircon on for him if it's warm, which so far we've pretty much been travelling all through summer, so it's been relatively warm everywhere. We have left him, but we've said we're doing an 18-month trip, and you're never going to see it all anyway. So we're quite happy for this trip to sort of base it around Archie.
You know? Fair enough too. I was going to ask you, are you on a time frame?
Yeah, so we've rented our house out for 18 months. It may run over. It's all going to depend on how long the money lasts, to be honest. We've actually got family renting the house out, so it's sort of worked pretty well. We play it by ear. We've got a rough time frame, and we'll just reassess when we go into next year. The longer we can stay on the road, the better. But obviously the money is just not going to last forever. And we have our YouTube channel, but we by no means earn much money from that. Anybody who joins YouTube to get rich, you know, good on you if you do, but for most it's literally pocket money for us.
So you're not making millions yet?
Not yet, no.
No.
I don't even think we've got 2 tanks of fuel yet. No, we've only just recently been eligible to monetize since May, so we've only actually received 2 payments. It's not a lot.
Yeah, good for you.
It's something. Yeah,
we actually enjoy doing the videos, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And Rach does all the editing, so she does a good job there.
Yeah,
very clever. What's one thing that most lappers overlook when they're planning their big lap?
Oh, that's a good one.
Something that could make or break
their
journey.
I think having some sort of budget and some sort of time frame. For us, that's what we're working to is we have sort of a time frame with a budget, and we're trying to stretch that out, the budget, to make sure that we can stick to that time frame and longer if possible.
I mean, I think maybe people underestimate how big Australia is, how long it takes to go around, and how much money you can quickly eat into in a short period of time if you're not sort of strict on yourself. It's too easy to say, we'll do this, we'll do that, and before you know it, you've blown $10,000 in month one. That can easily happen.
I mean, obviously we buy stuff while we're on the road, but we write down our fuel, the accommodation costs, food, and our gas bottles. So everything out of that, I mean, we still have home running costs, and we have phones with apps, and you do have, so that's all allocated in our monthly spend as well. So before we did this trip, I sat down and worked out, Archie popped his head up, I worked out how much will be going out every month without us even doing anything. And for us, it's around $250 per week. Insurances and things like that, so that has to go onto our monthly or our weekly spends, and we work on roughly $1,000 a week.
That has sort of worked for us, eh?
Yeah. So, well, we don't really do like paid excursions or things like that.
No.
We don't really eat out a lot, because we don't really do nighttime eat outs, because we don't like leaving Archie. So if we're going to go out and have something to eat, we'll usually do a cafe for lunch, and we're actually both quite happy to sit and have a coffee, or have a lunch and a sandwich, or a toasty or something. We're very simple.
But I can't think of anything else that would maybe catch us out. Like everything, I don't know what other people do, but I think we were fairly thorough with we gave ourselves a big enough time frame that we could get. I knew what I needed to do on the car. I knew what we needed to do on the caravan, and everything has worked for us. We've not had to say at any point on the road, right, this is not working, so we need to change this, or we need to do this. Everything has sort of just gelled for us.
All needs a difference.
That's right. So the budget is probably a good one.
So what's your secret to finding the most breathtaking, completely under the destinations? When you said you find those spots outside of an national park.
Just looking online, really, and talking to people. We talk to people as we go. You talk to people when you're camped up or on the road, and we have had so many tips from people that have said, "I'll go there." I can't even think of an example right now. When we were in Mission Beach, we spoke to that lovely couple in Mission Beach, and they were telling us some places to go, and we were like, okay, we've not heard of those. But we get that a lot, is just talk to other people, and they'll tell you the must-see places to go, and tips and tricks along the way.
And it has happened quite a few times. We don't plan too far ahead, but we plan probably 6, 7, 8 stops ahead, roughly. And then we've ended up speaking to somebody at a location. Where you heading next? Oh, we're heading here, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you need to go here. We've just been to blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, we've changed. Direction,
all the time.
We've changed location, and that's happened quite a few times. Speaking to people that are travelling in the opposite direction, is great. It's a big no. That's helped us find some great spots. We don't want to just be following the coast round either. We've done beach, we've done the bush, we've done the outback. We've sort of seen so many stunning locations, and they don't have to be near anywhere. You watch the sun come down over just a big dry open space. It's beautiful.
Perfect. Have you got a favourite free camp in there?
There's a couple that spring to my mind. So one is that
Hey, it's Annette Jones from Big Lap Chats here. Just interrupting this episode to let you know, if you want to get the answer to this part of the question, then you'll need to join up to my membership where you can hear the extended version. The URL to go to do that is blccrew.allaroundoz.com.au. You can also find a link in the show notes over at allaroundoz.com.au/podcast. Otherwise, let's get back to our regular podcast.
It just blew my mind, and we were like, this is free.
No, we're absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Hardly any cars going down the road that we were on. We saw one person drive through.
In 3 days.
In 3 days. That was great.
And even the reviews, no one else had commented about that on the reviews. They were like, oh yeah, pretty average gravel pit, it's fine. Not one person had said, drive to the top of the hill. So I was like, oh, do we? I might do a review on it.
That's a real find.
It was absolutely amazing.
I know. It was cool. For that to be free, yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. What about, I know you said you could do a lot of paid experiences, but have you got a bucket list experience that you've...
I really wanted to do the cable car in... Is it Cairns? And the cable car and train, but couldn't justify it.
We had Rachel booked when we were in Ningaloo in WA. Rachel was booked for the whale shark swim.
Oh, yeah. I really wanted to do that, but...
bad weather, and then they were backlogged with bookings, so it was full, and in the time frame that we were in there, you couldn't get in.
I think we were actually in there... We actually extended our time in Exmouth to 5 days, and I actually put my name on the cancellation list for every day that we were there. Wow. Unfortunately, nothing came up. But Darren wasn't interested in doing it. He didn't want to do it. But I was like, no, I would love to do this. But we didn't.
We should just say, if you're listening to this episode, you jump on YouTube and so you can see Archie. What are the three biggest money-saving hacks that you can share?
Initially, when we set off, our caravan has 2 tanks underneath that's for showering water, and we were buying bottles of water initially, and we did that for, I don't know, not that long, a couple of months, I suppose, and realised then that's not really sustainable. We ended up buying 2 food grade jerry cans that I carry, one on the front of the caravan and one on the back of my car, that always has filtered potable water in. So we've got 40 litres that works well for us, and we bought a 4-litre bladder that fits perfectly in our fridge, like between the shelves. It's a flat bladder, so we've got like cold filtered water on. I suppose that's a money saving thing.
The bladder
for us.
was just from BCF. It's a Cedar Summit bladder, and we just keep cold fresh water in the fridge all the time, and then we just top it up as soon as it gets low. But I don't know what we were thinking. We were going to be buying water. That would have just cost a fortune. I mean, water isn't expensive. Drinking bottles, but over time it would have definitely added up. Money saving's not my forte, Annette. So
I'm trying to think. Not much really springs to my mind. I don't know.
We are quite careful, but nothing that I can think of right now.
That's fine. What do you think the biggest myth about travelling Australia is that needs to be busted?
A lot of people that follow us from back home when we first started, we've been asked many times, don't you get scared when you're camping out in the middle of nowhere? Aren't you scared? Yeah. To be honest, we haven't really come across any situations. There's only really been once in 9 months of travelling where me particularly wasn't feeling it at a free side road camp. I said to Darren, I don't want to stay here, let's just move. And there was nothing really specific about it other than it was quite open, very close to the road, it was on a corner, and I said, I don't want to stay here. So we drove like nearly another hour to another free camp. But generally speaking, I think Australia is a safe place to be.
Yeah, definitely. If you're scared or concerned about travelling, don't be. The travel community out there, everyone that we've spoken to, everyone is so helpful. You could break down in the middle of nowhere and the first person that goes past is going to stop and going to help you.
Don't jinx us.
Oh, I know. That's basically how the travel community is. Everyone helps everybody, and everyone is so nice and friendly. Everyone's doing exactly the same as yourself, and nobody wants to see anyone in trouble.
No.
I'd say Australia is a very safe place when you're travelling.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you stay connected and
productive on the road?
We've got Starlink Mini that keeps connected through the internet. So wherever we go, we try and be a bit mindful, make sure we're not parking right under trees and stuff. And that's how we do. Well, Rachel does the YouTube, and that's how we stay connected with friends, family. social media, etc. Everything's through Starlink Mini. Starlink's a great thing. You almost couldn't travel for a long period of time without it.
Agree.
Before we had the extra Nighthawk.
We did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't great. And
Well, you need
still needs
signal.
to signal. So if it kind of just boosts if there's a Telstra signal there, I think. Starlink has definitely been a game changer travelling.
We have our Starlink that we set up. It goes on my car, so it's always with my car. So that leads to another few things, I suppose. If we're out and about on a 4-wheel drive track and you're stuck or anything is to happen, you've got contact with people. Because it's always with the car, we just set it up. We haven't yet, but you can permanently mount them now. So they could have that permanently mounted on the car, so you've got internet the whole time, even while you're driving. So you can be in a bush track and see your satellite image and follow exactly where you're going, pick the correct direction you're going in. You couldn't be without it.
No.
No way.
We're looking into the Mini at the moment. We've got the big Gen 2.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just to swap it over and the breeze.
The Starlink Mini came out literally just before we started this trip.
It did, yeah.
So we had already been looking at Starlink. Then everybody kind of heard about Starlink Mini, and we were like, let's just hold on. And then as soon as the Starlink Mini came out, we bought it. So we didn't really know if it was going to be any good, but we can highly recommend it. It's been great.
Yeah, and it's 12-volt compatible. We just connect it to the battery on the car, and that's it. Off we go. Yeah, that side's good. You don't have to run it through an inverter or anything.
And do you constantly run it on 12 volt?
Yes, yep, all the time. The power draw is initially when we started our trip, we were running it through the inverter, and it now uses like half the power. It uses like 2 amps or something. Nothing.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh, cool. And what's one tip that saved your bacon on the road that you rarely see online?
I would say when we're full off-road, we've done like the Gibb River Road and the Savannah Way and done the tip, it's maintenance and checking. If you're on corrugated roads, check your setup every single day. Get yourself in a quick little routine. It would take me half an hour to go around and quick check the car and the caravan, and now we're all good for the next day. Your wheel brace, whatever size spanners you need to just check a few suspension bolts and things, all the important things that if they fall off, you're stuck. So just quick check corrugations, rattle everything. So I would say maintenance is a big thing. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Time we stop, like every day, Darren is doing something or fixing something, or he'll see like there's a pop rivet gone here, or there's a bolt loose there, or anything. Our bathroom door has come off so many times in the street. We've got the sliding bathroom door.
Yeah, it's a solid door. So it's got a bit of weight on it.
It took us 5 days to get up to the Cape. Every single day he fixed that door. So I'm actually surprised it's still fixable and he manages to get it all sorted. But
I dare say if I wasn't checking all these things every day, then
we'd be in a mess. I think.
Yeah, probably at some point something's going to fall off and put a halt to your trip. Just be on top of things.
Yeah, great
advice.
Yeah. I actually had a mechanic say that in that interview I did this morning.
Okay,
same thing.
Yeah.
Maintenance. Make sure you check.
Yeah.
And we've replaced a few things along the way as we've gone that we've noticed has worn out and need to be repaired or replaced. So we've done that as we've gone.
Good one.
But if you don't check, it'll just fall off.
And then it gets really expensive.
Yeah, it does. Thanks very much for joining me today. That's about it from me. Unless you've got anything else that you want to share.
No, that's awesome. It's been great talking with you, Anna.
I'll put all your information on the blog post on my website.
Yeah,
so people can go follow you on YouTube or Instagram.
Yep, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Yep,
and Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.